Hello and welcome to Metroid Zero Mission. Let's begin. So we shall begin the game on the normal difficulty and we will have some fun. As you can see, we are now landing. Planet Zebes. I called this place home once, in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now, I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. Samus Aran. As you can tell, this is a special place for Samus, and also for us. You see, the first Metroid game was kind of a little bit too ahead of its time, and that negatively affected the game in a few ways. One of them was that a lot of the mechanics just weren't really there yet, and the game ended up kind of... It was also kind of rushed, but basically the game kind of ended up sucking a little as a result. Then the GBA game was pretty revolutionary for... especially for the little handheld. However, you know, it was on the Game Boy in black and white. And then the first sort of modern Metroid game came out, Super Metroid, and that one's great. And so, slowly, Nintendo has remade the first game as Zero Mission, and it's way more enjoyable to play than the original, like, astronomically so. And they've also remade the second game on the 3DS. That one, I think, isn't as well reviewed as this remake. But... So yeah. We can't do the ledge grab that we can in Fusion. This game came out like a year or two after Fusion, I believe. However, of course, because of the fact that this is emulating the... emulating... Oh, if you beat the game, you can play an emulated version of Metroid 1. But more importantly, within this game, because it's trying to be the original Metroid again, you can't do stuff that were introduced in later games. In Fusion, you could ledge grab, but that's not a thing anymore. We can't go in there yet, sadly, as you can see, because our beam doesn't reach far enough. And that is kind of the entire fun in Metroid. I have to say, my first introduction... I know we're supposed to go in there, but I want to see what's up there first. Because we're going to have to go back anyways. Basically, my first introduction to Metroid was playing Fusion. And that has... the small downside of the fact that Fusion is, from what I've heard, a lot harder than a lot of the other Metroid games. Every, like, enemy heals you. Well, that's... yeah, can't go there. We need to go around. Basically, while every enemy that you kill, you know, heals you, which is good, you are, like... unable to tank hits at all, even in the late game. It always feels like that no matter how much health you have, the enemies will do more damage to compensate. Anyways, you can see we can't quite kill those enemies because they're too high up. But as you may see, this guy has something. If we break it and jump on here, we can see we've unlocked the long beam. Now, for those who don't know what a long beam is, well, first of all, we can do this to have like an E-tank recharge. Out of curiosity, are these replenishable, or is that like a one-time? Oh, it's, thank goodness it's not. Yeah. Now with the long beam, you can, which is kind of like the tutorial zone, you know? Now you can break stuff that's further away from you. Which makes us... lets us destroy stuff that we previously couldn't. The way the map screen works is blue areas, I'm pretty sure, are areas that are revealed to us by the map guys that we talk to, and green areas are extra areas that are not revealed to us. This is something for much later. And also, always, like, a very interesting section to find early on. I really like, well, here's the issue. With the Game Boy Advance, a lot of the games that, like, were ported to it kind of ended up struggling a little. The main issue was the whole, you know, screen crunch. And that's overall fine in games that are purpose-built, like this one. However, I do think Metroid would have benefited from, like, a 2D entry on the DS. I've played Metroid Prime Hunters. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I just don't like the fact that it's, like, you know, touch controls. If you're not aware how Metroid Prime Hunters works, and if you want to play it at home, let's be real here, you're probably gonna emulate it. So, you want to emulate it on your PC, and you want to set up the controls such as if you would be playing a keyboard and mouse game, basically. But if you were shooting with the keyboard, like you shoot with space, for instance. It's a really stupid thing, but it's something you're gonna have to deal with. The reason why is, well, you know, you have to aim with the touchpad. So you'll basically put your mouse cursor onto the touchpad, and then you'll have to move the touchpad around like that. It's... oh yeah, avoid those guys. If they get onto you, they'll, oh my goodness. I maybe not be the best Metroid platformer in the world. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. And there's something we would need the ice beam for, I believe. Me implying like I've played this before. I have played through a bit. Like, maybe the first half an hour. But, past that, no. Because, you know, sometimes I give games a bit of a test run, and if I really enjoy them, then I save them to play them here. Because, if I play the game by myself, even if I may have more fun, I'll end up kind of spoiling it for myself. And that kind of ends up being a bit of a problem, because then, if a big reveal happens, you know, in a Let's Play, I guess there's two kinds of them. There's the kind where you're already a pro at the game, so you're basically giving your viewers a fancy tour of a game that you've mastered. That's one option, and the other option, and the one which I would find more enjoyable, that's worrying, would be you not actually knowing anything about the game. I mean, not knowing what's gonna happen story-wise, so that you actually are surprised and give your honest reaction. And this is a missile tank. So yeah. We can now open that red hatchet. That, like, not hatchet, that red hatch we found. So, how about we head back? Oh my goodness. This scared the shit out of me, I'll be honest with you. Like, when I was... yeah, you can kill these things for energy and missiles, by the way. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this guy's annoying. I'll be honest with you, I'm not used to bastard. I'm not used to them doing so little damage, considering I'm used to playing Fusion, and they deal a lot more, even early on. Granted, I know that there exists a hard mode for this game. And that one is genuinely hard. But, like... yeah, the only way you can get these guys off of you is by... doing that? Or by firing off a fucking... you know, bomb in the Morph Ball. I am back. Sorry, I had a test just because I was paranoid if the capture method I was using is working fine. It's not working fine, it's working perfectly. Let me explain for those who aren't technologically, overly nerdy. The way an image is saved, like, you know, or a video in this case is saved, isn't by just, you know, writing down the red, green, and blue colors for every pixel in a video. Basically, the way it works is that there's a black and... basically, imagine... I'll obviously oversimplify this, but to give you a general feel for it, imagine the entire image, right, is... you know, imagine every frame is its own image. You will have, first... oh, shit. You will first have data in black and white. You know, you'll have your black and white image. That's the luma, like luminosity, how light the image is. And then you're gonna have chroma, which is, the light, which is like the color information. And, what the color information will do is, you know, it'll basically tell you what the color is. And, the thing is that most modern systems, including with stuff that OBS does, for instance, which is what I used to record, obviously, they use a type of chroma subsampling, ooh, there's a secret here, called 420. 420 basically means that, essentially, for every block of 4 pixels, there's one color. And while that works fine on high resolutions, you know, if we only have... if it's 480p or less, I found it to kind of ruin the image. I had a video planned on that, but I didn't make the video, because it's kind of... the voiceover didn't pan out, and I couldn't be asked doing it again. So, the script is just sitting there now. Well, we're gonna have to fight him again. Yeah. But basically, what I've then realized that I can do is, I can just kind of... I can use on, you know, the videos that I'm recording... fuck off. Basically... shit. I think I may die here. Give me health. Not missiles, health. Thank you. There we go. Heavily injured but alive. Basically, yeah, you can only use it with, like, software encoding, which is only really good for low resolutions, but, yeah, excluding that embarrassing battle, I have to say that I am quite happy with how this recording thing is doing now, because now basically every pixel is perfect. And if you're wondering, I did not know that the boss goes away by himself. I thought it was damage-based. I guess I was wrong. One very interesting thing I have to talk about, though, ooh, that's good, is the fact that... so, as I've said before... ooh, that's where Norfair is. How interesting. We probably need power bombs for that, though. Basically, because of the way that everything is structured in, you know, for instance, Metroid Fusion, because it's a man-made laboratory, it's a lot less cavernous. Like, you know, unlike something like this. How do we get up there? Yeah. And this level design is just different, kind of, because of it. Oh, do we get up there? Like, probably, yeah. well, we'll return here a little later. Much more importantly, I mean, the missiles were self-explanatory, so why would you explain what they do? Like, the missiles, you shoot people. But more importantly, in here, we're gonna get... Well, you'll see what that is later. But basically, the energy tank we got is basically an extra 100 health. So now... we got a bomb. So now we have 199 health, basically. And we now have a bomb. And now, you see those little weird objects, like, that were previously... See, you can do that. Out of curiosity, does this refill my... Oh, yeah. It refills my missiles as well, so that's nice. And we have infinite bombs. And this can get us up here, and it can get us a nice little... missile upgrade. Okay, and then... There we go. So, yeah, the goal, as you can see, of Metroid is simple-ish. You explore, you gather more stuff to gather more stuff. Watch out, this is a trap. But there's something up there, I think. No, there's not. But yeah, you can do this to, kill them. Is there really nothing up here? You can also put full power bombs, and that gives you a way to infinitely jump upwards and, like, get some stuff way before you should. So, yeah. But for now, I'm going to head all the way back. Hope we can get ambushed by that thing again. This is basically still the tutorial section, though. And we will see something interesting, such as, how do we get down there? Well, you bomb this. And if you're wondering why there's a bunch of save stations everywhere... Well, that is exactly because, you know, this is a GBA game, so being able to put the game down really quickly and having set objectives and such is really nice. And here's a secret. What you have to do here is bomb that. This is why I came here. You need to, yeah, bomb that. You need to get into a ball and do not press up. By the way, that's timed. I need to point that out. So you wanna... There we are. And after bombing your way out, these are the kinds of blocks that reappear pretty quickly after breaking them. So the goal here would be to, come on. There we are. To break these blocks while they appear behind you. Now, heading through here, I'll have to first of all blast those things away from me. And for now... Ooh. Yeah, see this? This is for something so much later in the game. So I'm not going to talk about it. It's called a Shine Spark, if you know what that is. But with that, I'll see you next time, because I'm actually going to go outside now. I know, surprising. Goodbye!